Battle starts.
Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here with this week's live replay reaction video. So for those of you that might be new to this type of video, what this is a live replay reaction, meaning that I am watching this replay as it happens. I have not watched it beforehand, so you guys get to hear my live, genuine reactions to this replay. I have an idea of what happens in this replay, because of the email that the players normally send in, but I do not know exactly what happens. So in today's replay, we are featuring, how do you say your name, sir? Mosit 101. We're just going to call him Mosit here on out for brevity's sake. And looks like the replays are kind of working now. Beforehand, they wouldn't show the enemy team, but the camera still seems to be stuck all the way out, so I do apologize for that. So Mosit is here in the Ohio, the Tier 10 American Research Bureau Battleship. Ohio is essentially a Montana, but instead of 12 16-inch guns, she has 8 18-inch guns. Now these 18-inch guns are 457mm guns and not 18.1-inch or 460mm guns. So they cannot overmatch 32mm of armor, but they still pack one hell of a punch because it is American AP. He's opening up here on the Clausewitz, the German super cruiser. Looks like he does have, I believe, Halsey on board with those tracers. Clausewitz turning in a bit, and ooh, still gets a pretty decent hit. Yeah, he does have Halsey on board. The American AP is quite slow because of its nature of being super heavy. Heavy shell goes slow. And those long-range shots are a bit rough to make, but he did manage to get one shell to connect, so that is good. And Clausewitz still selling broadside. Now, Mosit did not attach his commander build, so I don't know exactly what he's running, but it looks like it's not a secondary build because, ooh, nice hit! Double Citadel to the Clausewitz, 36,000 damage off the bat. Wonderful start. Not even 3 minutes in. But anyway, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what he's running. Doesn't look like a secondary build because the secondaries are only up to 9.5, which might be the flag and the module, which is an odd choice. But yeah, data attacher, so I'm not 100% sure. Gets another hit on the Clausewitz there for 1,500 damage. Enemy team is capping the cap in front of him, and they've already capped the B cap. Looks like, what DDs they got? See the Regalo over there, Kitakazi, or it's not the Mogador in cap, I'd be surprised. So that's probably the Kitakazi in cap. Still trying to get this Clausewitz. Clausewitz returning fire, but missing. And you see what, oh, it is the Kitakazi. What Mosit's doing here is actually kind of a really good way to dodge, making these small, minute changes, going slow. That throws so many players off in random battles because so many players are used to, you know, players just flooring it and having to give it basically the maximum amount of lead they would have to at that range. But going slow and just playing with your rudder is a very good way to throw shots off. So there's a tip for you there. So the L-Bing of all boats goes straight into the A cap. Not a fantastic idea, but there's a Jinan to back up this L-Bing, so there's that. Yeah, L-Bing, the guns do hurt with the awesome AP that they have. And you can, in some cases, take on a lot of gunboats, but not a Kitakazi. Kitakazi's just absolutely... Oh, come on, get the Stalin. He's doing the ultimate sin by going broadside in a Soviet large ship. Let's see, is he going to get him? He's still kind of... That looks good. Oh, come on. Do it. Do it. Yeah! 23,000! Man, Stalingrad, Soviet big boats. Don't show your side. The side's made out of not Stalinium. It is an absolute death sentence to turn broadside, especially when you're facing a ship like the Ohio here. So here's Kitakazi. Ooh, goes dark, doesn't take the blind shot, pops his spotter play. Oh, yeah, definitely get that out of there. Abso-friggin-lutely, get rid of that. That'll be a really big pickup for his team if he can manage to get the FDR out. Now, FDR is not as good as it once was. Still a very strong carrier in my mind, but they did nerf it quite a bit. Come on. No! Ah, man, down to 8k. What was sniping him? Preussen? Preussen don't really got that range, but there's a Yami on the other side of the map. Probably was taking some pot shots at him. Stalingrad not learning his lesson. He only gets the rear turrets out due to the island blocking him. And let's see. Is that going to be enough? Ooh, nope. Stalin hits the brakes. Man, kind of learned his lesson there. Oh, look, a Yami. And is the island going to help? Island going to help? Ooh, ah, God, does not help. You know, nice tactical AR boost there. Let's see what his reload's down to now. 25 seconds. Again, I'm not really sure what his build is at the moment. But let's see, the Yami, kind of broadside, angled-ish, 9K, not a bad hit. Yami's actually got some really darn good armor. At range, at least. But when you start getting to the 14, 15 kilometer range, it's not that great anymore. And, actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be there. So, friendly Kitakaze takes out the Montana. That's the first kill of the match, almost 6 minutes. And that's really long for today's meta. But Stalingrad has something to say about the, well, half of his health that Mosit took earlier. 4 bounces on the Yami, 1 pin and an overpin. Up to 81k. Pretty good damage rate so far. I mean, again, for 5 minutes, 6 minutes into the game, it's not bad. Kitakaze popping out again. Oh, man, this Elbing, though. Little bit too courageous there, sir. And the Elbing goes down. Kitakaze now has unfettered access to Mosit and his Ohio there. 5 overpins for 8,000 damage on the Kitakaze. Not quite enough to bring it down. And now the Kitakaze's, well, going to do Kitakaze things and spam HE. Sit rep, most of Mosit's team has decided they are going to push up to A and stay there. Yeah, so we've got the Jeanbar, Preussen, Jinan, friendly FDR, and Yoshino, and of course Mosit over here at A. It's very weird and very bad when the Yoshino is the furthest thing up on your team. So they do have the Conde, Ohio, and Yami out east, but looks like the Ohio and Yami are kind of running back over here. Yeah, not an ideal situation, one that we see play out so much at higher tier now. In terms of points, the enemy team is Norton, why? Man, you know, I click uninstall, and it doesn't uninstall, and then it ruins things like this. Go away, Norton. Alright, Vermont, 5,000. You know, I was playing Ohio in CBs last season, and I found it was very good at citadeling Vermonts. So, I was hoping for a Citadel hit there. But yeah, okay, so now, again, the team's just kind of content to sit in the back. The Conde, the Jean are kind of pushing up. Enemy team's starting to catch up on kills. 2 of the friendly DDs are down, and that's not what you want to go down. DDs are some of the most important ships on your team, and you need to keep those guys alive. Mogador is pushing up here. Vermont took out the Yoshino, as, well, Vermonts do. Very close to Mogador here. If he gets a good salvo out here, he can completely nuke this Mogador, I do believe. Let's see. Ah, misses. Yeah, Mogador, French DD's very, very nimble. But look, the Kitakaze's 12 kilometers away and spotted. Looks like the FDR is going for him. Or is the FDR going for the Mogador? I would go for the Kitakaze if I was the FDR, because it's nowhere near as maneuverable as the Mogador. What does he go for? What's he going for? Let's see. Where are the bombs going to fall? I'd say Kitakaze. Yep, Kitakaze. Nope, he went for the Mogador? What? Kitakaze is so immaneuverable. It's like the only downside to that ship is that it turns like a, well, boat. Okay. So, their 2 DDs are over here, and it's just the Regolo out east. Regolo, I mean, that's... the Italian DDs, I find, the mid-tier ships are pretty nice, but when you get to like the tier 8 to the tier 9, what you gain in the SAP Alpha, you lose in DPM, and by those tiers, most other DD lines have picked up the DPM, so they're just, you know, way more capable of defending themselves than the higher tier ones. Oh, did the Preussen snipe the freaking... Okay, no, he's a lot closer. Okay, although the Preussen was still way out east. I was like, good God, the Preussen sniping a Mogador from freaking 15 kilometers away. That's downright impressive. Now, don't get me wrong, the range that he shot him at and managed to kill him at is pretty darn impressive, too. Venezia going broadsides. Master Blaster! Venezia's turning in just as he fires. So, sit rep. This is a pretty slow game, actually. I'm surprised. Three friendly ships are down. Only 2 enemy ships are down. The friendly team did manage to recap the B cap. The team is slowly starting to make their way up and out to the east. Mosit's over here basically trying to bonk a Kitakaze. And let's see what happens here. 15 kilometers away, not really the ideal range to be trying to shoot a Kitakaze with an Ohio, but it might work out. And 2 pins. That's, what, 2,000 and change damage to him? So he's down like 2,000 HP now. So he's pretty low. B-cap is now being recapped by what I'm assuming is the Regalo, because that's about the only thing over there that could get nab it undetected. The Janan is right there ready to blast him, but he needs spotting. And the Regalo could be in his exhaust smoke as well. Hey, look, it's our friend in the Stalingrad back. And the Roosevelt's going back to the Kitakaze. I do appreciate the Roosevelt flying over the DDs and prioritizing him, but I mean, Roosevelt's not great for dealing with those. Unless you just throw the wall of torpedoes at them, then that's kind of difficult to dodge. Alright, so the Yami's broadside fires a full broadside at our favorite Tier 10 Italian Japanese battleship. Someone is begging for that FDR to be spotted. And let's see. Good hit there, 17k. Ah, the Kitakaze has resurfaced. Now he's in smoke, so he's not going to be spotted by the planes. And Mosit here turns out. I mean, as long as Mosit isn't spotted, so if he doesn't fire, the Kitakaze can't see him. But as we can see, he can fish for the ribbons and keep getting pretty consistent shots on Mosit here. Venezia turning broadside at 18 kilometers away, gives him a broadside again. Looks like the Yamato and the Stalin are pushing into A. The enemy team does need to do something at this moment. Ooh, 9k to the Venezia, pretty good hit. They are capping B, but it's a pretty close game. Let's see, the FDR has sent his planes over this. Ooh, yeah, Jean Bar has been hugging that island. I'm surprised it's taking that FDR this long to go on. Mosit has unlocked the ancient art of ammunition selection. Loads in the HE, throws it at the Yami. And yeah, absolutely. When you have bow and ships like that and you can't overmatch their bow armor and their superstructure saturated, absolutely throw in that HE, get some fires going. Now the Yami has turned back out. He's aiming right at the cheek. Speaking of Yami, that Yami does take out the other Ohio. Oh, torpedoes. Who was that from? Might have been the CV. I wasn't seeing. No, the CV had dive bombers up. So, random lone torpedo there. Look at that Vermont, 141 HP. Uh-oh. Mosit has been selected. Okay, granted that FDR did just lose like all of his planes, so bonk. Oh, look at that too. Of friggin' course that happens. It's nice seeing that not happen to just me. So Roosevelt took out the Vermont, enemy Yami took out the Preußen, and now Mosit's team is down 5 ships. Enemy team is only down 3. Oh man, perfectly broadside Venezia. But every time he's shot this Venezia, he turns. Yep, sure enough, here again. Perfectly broadside, Venezia starts to turn. Venezia's a really maneuverable heavy cruiser too. But looks like the dispersion might be nice. Hey, gets another hit on him. Another 5,000 damage hit. Alright, so sit rep. Enemy team's up about 110 points. Friendly team is still down 5 ships. Enemy team is down 3 ships. So the friendly team has a cap right now, so they don't really have to do anything but hold the cap at this moment. But they are down on the ship, so when the enemy team finally gets it together and decides that they want to push, that's going to be kind of hard to respond to that, considering they're down on ships. Speaking of pushing, here comes the Stalingrad, and Mosit, Mosit is in. Ooh, Kearsarge took out the Janan. Ahaha, poor Janan. Yeah, so he's in a pretty bad spot here because he doesn't really have a lot of spotting. He doesn't have any DDs to run interference for him, and this Kitakaze is just out there. And keep in mind too, the Kitakaze does have quite fearsome torpedoes. Our friend the Stalingrad is showing back up. Enemy team's within 170 points of winning right now, and decent hits on the Stalingrad, 4,000 damage. I would of course like to see more shells connect, but such is the way of the RNG. Looks like the Roosevelt's going after the Jean Bar. I mean, shoot, if all those Roosevelt torps connect, that's going to suck for that Jean Bar. Okay, so Stalingrad is doing Stalingrad things. He's gone nose into the island. Which is something you may not want to do, especially when there's CVs around. Ooh, yeah, you'll see that John Bar over there. He ate about, 2,000 damage from those FDR torps. I think of flooding, had to pop damage con. I'm sure the FDR is going to come back. Roosevelt gets his planes off on the Stalingrad. Black gets the Regalo. It's a good pickup. And the Yami gets the Black. Good God, this Yami is putting in work for the enemy team. Ooh, this might be a dead Stalingrad. Nope, manages to only get a couple of torpedoes. Pops his hill. There goes the Kitakaze torps. Mosit is begging for spotting on that Kitakaze right now. Stalingrad's down to 9,000 damage. Venezia takes out the Jean Bar. We're down to 4 ships on the enemy team. I'm sorry, on the friendly team. The enemy team is up to 900 points now. Mosit pops his spotting planes, just trying to spot the Kitakaze, and there he is. Kitakaze has been spotted, but he's behind the island. FDR is getting a flyover of him right now. He drops his bombs. Stalingrad's down with Mosit killing the Stalingrad. Kitakaze's still up, but being forced to maneuver in some way or eat those FDR bombs. Man, so the enemy team's down to 4. I'm sorry, the friendly team's down to 4 ships. Enemy team still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ships up at the moment. So they're almost at a 2-to-1 disadvantage in terms of ships, but they managed to keep a hold of that A cap, so their points aren't that far behind. If they can get a couple of kills, they can swing the points back in their favor. So the FDR flies over again. The Kitakaze's trying to drop his bombs on him. Kitakaze's stuck on the island. Let's see. There should be a dead Kitakaze here, unless RNG hates this FDR. All right, so finally, all DDs are dead. It's down to the cruisers, battleships, and CVs. We do also know that enemy FDR is so low as well. So all they have to do is spot him. Hey, look, there he is. Speaking of spotting him, and shoot him. It's a Conde right there. Come on, Conde. Reload booster that FDR. Enemy team is again within 150 points of winning. Clausewitz is in the B cap and is capping at this moment. That is not something you want to have happen. So let's see. Conqueror takes out the Conde. Yamato takes out the Clausewitz. Down, man, they're really keeping up with each other now. So they're within 40 points of each other now at this point. Yami is pushing. This is the Yami that keeps killing everybody, too. Mosit's also up to 2.5 million. Probably going to end this with over 3 million potential damage, I would have to say here. We're down to 3 minutes, by the way, as well. It's coming down to the wire. FDR is still alive. Man, he was spotted with that Conde. Maybe the Conde's reload booster was on cooldown or something, but I fully expected that Conde to pick that guy up. Enemy team still ahead on points at this rate. They're probably about to get the B cap as well. Just run and hide does not really going to work if they take that B cap. The points are way too close to run and hide. I mean, really, if they just stick someone in that B cap, that's it. The points will stall, and then that'll be it. So there we go. So now the enemy team is going to win if they don't get them out of that B cap, which is kind of hard to do because they only have 2 ships left: the Yami, Ohio, 2 surface combatant ships. The CV, not so much. Alright, so shots out on the Venezia. Again, he's a little bit closer this time, so he has less time to react to Mosit's shots. Okay, gets a defended ribbon, 3 pins, up to 208,000 damage at this point. Enemy team still ahead on points. They're going to stay on ahead unless they can kill at least 1 ship. So Conqueror is bowing, but it's a Conqueror, got a super heal. I would personally go for that Kearsarge and that giant ass flight deck once he gets within range. Oh, but Conqueror's turning out. Oh, okay. So Conqueror turned out for the FDR rockets. I'm surprised you just didn't eat that as a Conqueror. I mean, that damage is like nothing to him. And there we go. Mosit gets it, flips the points. Oh, but there goes the friendly Yamato. So now the enemy team is winning again. So they need another kill. They need to get them out of this cap. Oh, God. This is terrifying. All right, so the Yami. No. They're starting the argument for this FDR to go fly over and just poke the other FDR. But that FDR, it takes forever for its planes to get there. If you can just get a good cycle rate going on here and get these ships down, then that's obviously going to be much better than wasting a minute flying out to the other side of the map and trying to get the kill. 918 points, 904 points. They're only a 20-point difference now. He did have HE loaded for the Yami. Yami has gone fully bow into him. He's trying to burn him down at the moment. Again, when you're in this situation, that's the right call to make. Oh, also Mosit is out of heals. Didn't even see that. Oh boy. FDR is coming over the Yami. Yep, come on, dunk on him. Okay, FDR should be able to get this Yami now. 30 seconds left on the clock. This should be enough to flip the points over. Oh, wait, he missed? Okay, Alright, so, let's see. 20 seconds left. Oh my god, this is going to be close. 960, 965 points, 906, 15 seconds left. FDR is coming in. Okay, so now Mosit's he's got to dodge these torpedoes, so this is not going to go in well for his team. So let's see. FDR is flying in. Not gonna have enough time. Down to the last second with exactly a 50-point difference between the two teams. Oh my god. That is down to the wire, down to the last couple of seconds in the match. One kill made the difference there. Whew, that was close. That was a good, nice, close game. A game that we don't get too much of anymore. So, Masot's in results. Man had a 2600 base XP game. He did a grand total of 233,000 damage, very close to 234,000 damage. Got Dreadnought, and man, what a match! What a match there. Match that we all used to have at one point in time. Oh man. So excellent game there, Mosit. Definitely one for the books, my guy. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment down below. Let Mosit know what you think about his match. If you too have a replay you'd like to send in, I do one of these live reaction videos a week, either around like Wednesday or Saturday, just depending upon how the schedule is going for the week. You can send it to the email in the description down below. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to drop a like and leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 50,000 subscribers, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that. Hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday and a wonderful rest of your week. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.